Alright, I decided to finish it off. I can't stand this. It's so... looks like it's gonna be awesome watching it get destroyed. I will... Oh!
Today's May the 5th, and I just want to say May the 4th be with you. I began work on Hoth. Welcome to the very first episode of Building Hoth. Ships back up where they go.
I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
I still don't know if I think that intro was cringe or cool, but either way, welcome to the very first episode of my LEGO Star Wars Hoth MOC building series for the fourth and hopefully final time. Today in this first episode, I'm going to do what I do best though, and that is start a LEGO Star Wars MOC. A MOC, for those that might be newer to the LEGO hobby, means my own creation, which basically means a LEGO build that you created yourself without following explicit instructions to create. Now, there are two main reasons I'm starting my building series right now. The first of which is I finally decided to buy a house. The second reason is a great opportunity came up with Twitch, who signed me to a contract to live stream myself building Lego on Twitch. And I could have just built Lego sets, but I thought it was a great opportunity to go and start a MOC and simultaneously live stream the build on Twitch every week when a new episode comes out. So if you're watching episodes within the first 3, 4, 5 hours that they release, I'll also be live on Twitch. So make sure you click the link in the description below to head on over to my Twitch channel, and I might just be live building for the next episode of Hoth. When you're there, you can ask me questions about what you just watched, or even give me advice for trying to help make the MOC better for the next episode. But with the good comes the bad, and this does mean my Call of Duty career on Twitch is dead. It's a tough pill to swallow for about 12 of you. And me. My first order of business for the series is to get the tables together because the size of this MOC is going to be quite ambitious. I'm trying to go 4 feet by 8 feet in size, which just happens to be the exact size of combining all 4 of these tables together. And I originally was going to buy one 4 foot by 8 foot table, but I'm much happier that I went with the more versatile option of 4 smaller tables, and that way in the future I can do something smaller if I want. But for now, we need to clear off all of these parts, sets, and more from the tables so that I can actually combine them together and have a reasonable workspace. I already have some pre-built stuff from my 2020 Hoth MOC project. I don't know if we'll end up using any of this, but I've brought it up here, and I think there might be more in another box somewhere. Plus, I and some friends have pre-sorted a ton of my LEGO parts collection, including a lot of white parts that I've picked up over the past few years in anticipation for eventually starting something like this. And so finally, we are going to be making use of a lot of that over the next few months. And a whole nother box of stuff should be good for Hoth. So in combining my 4 tables together, we have created another problem with the space because we've lost some of our tabletop space. I have a lot of stuff on all of the tables now, which needs to be cleared off or I can't build. So I have actually created another problem inadvertently, and I have no idea where to put Rivendell or anything. I have rooms downstairs, so I guess a lot of this stuff is gonna get transported, but like the pick-a-brick cups are probably just gonna have to be lined up here for a while. I think I'm gonna go get another table to put there at some point in the next week so that I can still have like an actual table over there. So I'll get a 5th one of these like nice wood tables that I bought from Costco. But yeah, a lot of this stuff's gotta get cleared off or else none of this works. And so that I can keep up with my typical video production schedule, I'm probably gonna have to create a video setup that's in another room because I don't know if it's possible for me to actually change this out every week when I want to do other things. We finally have a clean slate. Well, save for Jedi Bob over there, but this clean slate is not gonna last long because we're gonna fill it up with white base plates, which I actually don't know if I have enough. Like I said, I found this box and there's a bunch of white base plates that I bought back in 2020 in here. This right here is essentially what I need to start the MOC. I mean, it's as simple as this. You just lay out some plates and you can get started. It looks like some of them are like stuck to each other. So far, so good. This may save me some work or it may create extra work, but as I had shown, I had some base plates that are like pre-made from when I was working on this MOC before. And so there is a potential I can reuse some of this stuff without having to take it completely apart, which would be nice, but I don't know how possible that's gonna be. The thing I'm most worried about is the tables not being level, and it looks like this should be 5 across. Oh, we have made a grave mistake. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 base plates across, but it overhangs by about 6 studs, which means theoretically I could just have it overhang by 3, which is fine, I guess, but I didn't realize it was gonna overhang. Where are my gray base plates? I thought I did the math on this before I bought these size tables. So this is actually smaller when you have 3. I thought 3 equaled 5. It does not equal 5. As you can see, those ones hang over the sides, and then 3 of these are actually smaller than the table, which is preferable to me. I would rather have it be smaller than larger. And it looks like the issue of the tables not being completely level should be solvable. I was just going to use like paper and put it underneath however many pieces of paper it needed until they were level. I was going to see if a mix of base plates worked, but it doesn't look like that works because combining it like this, it still hangs over. And this combination still leaves space on the sides. This is a bigger problem than I thought. I'm gonna have to make a decision here. So I think I'd rather not have my build hang over the table. So I think I'm gonna go with these 48 by 48 gray base plates. The reason I really wanted to use white though, is because on the side of the build, it'll look just like snow and it will look good. So now we're gonna have to do like an entire light gray exterior. Basically, instead of being white, white, and white, it's going to be white, light gray, and light gray at the bottom. Or maybe even better, I'll build a border around it in black. That'll make it look a little bit more finished off, perhaps. We can definitely come back to that. But LEGO doesn't really sell these bigger plates in white. There's a few sellers online that have them, but they cost about $55 each, and in the interest of saving $700 on this project, I think I'm just going to use the light gray ones I already have. It's going to be expensive enough to build a massive MOC. So I thought I was going to need to go buy 7 more gray base plates to total myself up to 18 for this build. However, because we're going to be covering basically everything up on the top with white layered with bricks, and then on the sides I plan on doing a black border, it doesn't really matter what color the base plates on the bottom are because they'll be completely invisible when the build is finished. So it may look a little messy now, but once everything's cleared off and then built over, it's going to look real nice. It ain't too pretty, but I ended up putting paper underneath some of the table feet to even out the table, as well as some paper underneath some of those base plates to help even them out just that little bit more. I think that'll be super helpful. And I know it's not going to be too in-depth. This is more of a figure it out on the fly thing to me because I already kind of know what Hoth looks like just generally from the movie anyway, but I did a small sketch of what I think the layout of the MOC is going to look like. I think we're going to end up using 3 AT-ATs. I doubt they're going to be the UCS version because the UCS version, as much table space as I have here, will still take up so much table space, but we'll cross that bridge probably at some point in May or June, and then we have like the trench is going to be in the middle, and then the echo base should start somewhere around here, about a third of the way from the end, and then you'll have like a falcon and some snow speeders inside. And what I really envision is I've seen some MOCs where they have a second floor above the hangar bay, and they have different rooms there, and I thought it would be super cool to be able to recreate rooms like that, and even maybe have some fun with 1 or 2 of them as part of the MOC series. And so maybe we'd have a disco room or a break room, and I've got some ideas for that, but we'll leave it there, I guess. I hate to leave it here in episode 1 because it looks pretty disgusting right now. Like, I should at least clean up the paper. That's probably not a bad idea. But if you didn't know how to start a MOC, at least the type that I'm doing, now you do, where you lay some base plates out and connect them. I expect by the end of episode 2, this table will be transformed completely, and we likely will have no more base plate surface by the end of episode 2. So make sure you're subscribed to check that out, or you can check me out working on it live on Twitch if you're watching this video when it first comes out. Thank you guys for watching the first of 12 episodes of Building Hoth for 2023. I'll see you in episode 2 next week.